Is that the end of a line? Should I settle for just fine? I'm out of my mind, want the world to be mine. Sick of being trapped all up in my cocoon. I can see my future, trust me I'll be there soon. I can't help you now, I know what you're about. I'm setting myself free to show the real me. Hard enough, it's rough, forget about what has been. I got my sights on new horizons, taking out the walls I built that kept me from this paradise. I got my sights on new horizons, new horizons. I've been lost before, but I always find my way. If it's no good, why should I stay? I'll run away, today's my day. Outgrowing all of this, I can change my mind. I'm gonna shoot for more now and leave the past behind. Won't apologize, I know how hard I've tried. I'm setting myself free, so here's the real me. I'm high enough, it's rough, forget about what has been. I got my sights on new horizons, taking out the walls I built that kept me from this paradise. I got my sights on new horizons, new horizons.
Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, everyone? Watching while your power is out. How are you doing that? How'd you manage that one? Huh? How'd you do that one, Tord? Hello, hello, hello. Everyone got their water on deck? What happened to the... Oh, my rubber thing's breaking. That sucks. Oh, there's a dent right here. I must have dropped it. Oh, well. Savage Police is here. Hydro Flask present. Could you react to an old Marilyn Things I Lied About video? Yeah, I could probably manage that. Hey, M&V. How's it going? Keto Girl, hey. Hey, Charlie. Charlie in the house. So, yeah, this stream's probably going to be... I don't know, more controversial, I guess. If I'm... Planet Sleeves, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm still getting over whatever sickness, plague thing I somehow got. My nose finally stopped running today, like a sieve. I can get the tissue out of my pocket. I'm gonna try to wipe my nose and not sniff the whole time. I literally had a girl in class yesterday come up to me and give me Tylenol cold and flu because I was like sniffling the whole time. She's like, please just take this. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about like everything that's transpired. If I seem low energy or whatever, or I just honestly if I seem low energy or whatever, it's just I've been not feeling the greatest and my anxiety has been kind of high this week. My anxiety is usually the highest when I'm sick because I just like, it's just, I think it takes a lot of energy for me to stay calm, I think, and not let like outside influences like get me into a whole panic attack. So when I'm sick, I'm exhausted more. So Geo Stereo, dingle my berries, Michael. Thank you so much for the super chat. Shayna Erica, I got gluttoned and I'm sick. Thanks for the distraction. Thank you so much for the super chat. Lilu, thank you so much for the super chat. Just got news. My terrible boss is being relocated, and as soon as I came home, saw you're starting a live stream. Best surprise today. Oh, well, congrats on your boss being gone. I'm happy for you. Ambassador Barbecue, thank you so much for the super chat. Missed you, King. Say hi to my dog Hero if you can. Hi, Hero. What up, Hero? I need a hero. You remember that song from Shrek? Need a I don't know how the rest of it goes. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk a bit. Oh, what up, Shannon? Hey, Karina, how's it going, girl? Oh God, Desby's in here. It's not a Pixely Anderson. Are you joining Discord? No, I'm not. Sorry, I've been a part of Discords in the past, and it's just too much. Like, honestly, I strictly use Discord to communicate with my friends and play video games with them. I don't really want to like have all of this bleed into that too. It just becomes too much, and then I feel bad when I leave, and like, and you can ask Callie. No good things come from Discord. If you start using Discord for stuff like that, it always ends up being a fucking clusterfuck. So like, no offense, but I have no interest in doing all that. If you want to talk to me about stuff, you can talk to me about it on Twitter, Instagram, or in my comment section. But yeah, I do want to talk about kind of everything that's gone on. Whimsy79, thank you so much for the super chat. Gimli Beard, a Twitter stan. Well, in all fairness, she's been live all fucking day because she ain't got shit to do. I swear to God, every time I went and checked or whatever, she was online. So, you know, dude, that's all. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it, I guess. Let's just go ahead and talk about it. Let me turn down this music a little bit. So, because it is serious. This is why I have the serious pastels. I'm not on a mobile scooter. Pixley, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, I'm glad you understand. Thank you. Elizabeth Brooks, I finally started listening to Blackpink earlier this week. Oh my God, a fellow Blink. Thanks for listening to me. Hope you feel better. Yeah, we converted a Blink. Next week I hope to convert another Blink. She just doesn't know it yet. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start talking about this stuff. If I don't immediately, Luca Gray, thank you so much for the super chat. If I don't immediately acknowledge your super chat, I will get to it. I'll try to go back and get to it. But the stuff that I'm gonna talk about is serious. So I'm just gonna try to like talk about it and not like muddy the message, if that makes sense. And I'm not I didn't plan any of this out really. I mean, I have some of the screenshots saved, like just in case. But yeah. So anyway, let's fucking talk about it. All right. So let's talk about the Heaven's Gate and the whole Chantel mukbang or whatever. My whole issue with that, it wasn't that she was talking about it. I listen to true crime. I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts. My Favorite Murders, like I listen to that pretty religiously. Dirty John, Dr. Death. I listen to the Nexium podcast. Like I listen to a lot of those. Like I enjoy true crime, but I think there's a way of going about it in a respectful manner. And she honestly offered nothing of value when talking about Heaven's Gate. She didn't even really give a good summarization of what happened. All you got out of it was that there's a cult named Heaven's Gate. A man named Marshall was in charge of it, and a lot of people died. Like, that's all that we got from that. We didn't get any of the factoids about, like, how this started, what was their goal. Like, we didn't really get any of that stuff. And so, and in the middle of it, she's, like, talking about the death of people and being like, this cheese is really good. And it's just like, can we at least, like, have some kind of respect for them? And the thing that pushed it over the edge, for me at least, it was more so the comment, the like pinned comment that she had. And I know she got rid of it, but this is the internet and everything lasts forever on the internet. And so this was the pinned comment. And it says, I don't know if you guys can see it. It says, this person says, maybe that's why they wore the same shoes. Nike, just do it. And then she replies, okay, that was a good one. 39 people died. 39 people took their lives that day. Many of them were probably extremely manipulated and had no idea what the fuck was going on. They had been completely brainwashed, like most cults. And how are we, I mean, I know a lot of them filmed videos talking about how they wanted to do it, but like, they're not in their right mind. And these people had family members. These people had loved ones that cared about them. And I think that they just deserved a little bit more respect than like flashing a picture of their bodies covered with the Nikes poking out and then giggling about the price of Nikes and stuff, you know? And it's like, I just wish that there was more, I don't know, empathy there. But the thing that startles me, I think, is her lack of empathy. And she doesn't seem to have a lot of it. I mean, we're talking, and Charlie pointed this out on Twitter. If you follow Charlie Gold on Twitter, she pointed this out about how Chantel in the past used to use suicide as a means to manipulate her family. So she just doesn't have a lot of, like, I don't have a lot of respect. I mean, it's obvious I don't have a lot of respect for her. I'd find her to be kind of, I find her to be quite disgusting, actually, especially as of lately. I never knew that when I started coming on here and talking about or giving my opinions about these women that it would like go down this path. But it seems that like things that lately have taken a turn, like especially with the whole thing of like the color of their skin being brought up again and again. And it's just like, I don't know why this is being brought up, because I personally have never heard them bring it up. I've never brought it up. I've never heard another reaction channel really bring it up. So it's very weird to me how all of a sudden the color of our skin matters, because it doesn't matter. I mean, if it doesn't matter to me, if there is someone that was like Chantel that was a person of color, I would probably rag on them too. I just haven't. Show me them, send me the link, dog. Like that did as awful things as Chantel's done in the past. And I think the thing that really gets me too with Chantel too is it's so hard to even like kind of talk about her in a way, or like really get to the root of a lot of these things, because she tweets, or she doesn't tweet, she like writes these community posts and then deletes them. And so then we're stuck holding the bag looking like we're coming out of nowhere, but it's like, nah, dog, like she just said a bunch of crap and then deleted it because she's a coward. And it's like, I don't know. It's so hard to like, it's hard to combat that in a way, because like, then it looks like we're just kind of coming at her for no reason, because she's going to delete the video in an hour, or she's going to delete the, and yeah, Cecil like screenshot everything. And for the most part, things do get screenshotted, but I get so many people that come to my videos, and I have all my comments open, by the way. So like, if you want to come and say something about me on my channel, you can. I'm not afraid of what people have to say about me. Who's calling me? Don't recognize that number. I'm not afraid of what people have to say about me. And there are a lot of comments that get caught in the spam filter that I let go that are like critical of me. It's fine. Like it's not that serious to me. But Chantel has to single-handedly approve every single comment that is on her entire channel. That's the community post. That's her videos. She's going through single-handedly and approving these comments. And some of these comments are like pretty awful in a sense. And it's funny because she gets so mad about people coming for her and her appearance, but she's very quick to approve the comments that are coming for other people's appearance. And so it's like, you don't really have a leg to stand on if you're going to like spit the same argument back, you know? And stand Luna 100%. And so it's just like, I don't know. Aphrodite's Peach did a really good job of breaking it down, and there's I put a card in the live stream. I don't know how cards work on live streams, but I put some cards in the live stream of like videos that I've watched recently that I really like, especially the video that kind of spun it all off, which was Callie's video when she was talking about when she was reacting to Chantel's Heaven's Gate video, and so Amberlynn's channel regularly deletes my comments. I mean, I don't know. It could be that the comments are being pushed to her spam folder. I get a lot of comments that are pushed to my spam folder. And once a week, I'll probably go in there and I'll just like approve them all. I don't even read them. I just approve them because it's like whatever. The only things that I don't have on my channel are doxing and like racial slurs. Those are the only things. Those are the only things that I have that don't go through. So you have to remember that like she's reading all of these comments and then she's trying to create this narrative around her being like a decent person, and she's not. I don't think Chantel is I'll say it right now. I don't think Chantel is a decent person. If I knew Chantel in real life or whatever and I didn't know about her YouTube channel or whatever, I guarantee you that I would not fucks with her in any capacity because she's just an awful person. And she's like, I mean, when you watch that video of her with her family and she's like purposely like shoving the camera in her sister's face when she clearly doesn't want to be on camera, it's like it's very obvious that like even her family doesn't really fuck with her like that. And so what happened recently like really was crazy. I thought with the whole Shaquana thing that it was done. I don't really want to talk about all of that again because it's like I feel like I've said my piece on that. But it's as of late, it's like the thing that really gets me is people that want to bring up the color of our skin and then get mad when we have a reaction, which is in and of itself a microaggression. Like that happens all the time. Like I can't tell you how many times in my life people have said something dumb to me, and the second I respond, they play the like the scared little weak person, you know, that like, oh my God, the big black man's coming for you. Like, and it's like, first of all, I'm not raising my voice. I'm just stating my opinion. You said something really fucking dumb to me, so I'm gonna probably have something really dumb to say back to you. And it's just shit like, and then they're like, oh my God, he's coming for me. And it's like, dude, that is so played out now. It's so fucking old, and I'm so fucking tired of it. Like, the second that myself, Charlie, Callie, say something back, they turn into like the weak, fragile little lamb, you know. And it's like that's not fair, and it's like it's something that happens a lot. So let's this was the I got this from Aphrodite Peaches because I had so much brain fog that it was so hard for me to just focus on like work and school that I just couldn't even like I couldn't even be bothered to start screenshotting some things sometimes because I was so tired. But this was the first, and I'm not going to say this person's name either. I'm not going to give this person any kind of shine on my channel. Like, I'm not doing it. And if I slip, I'm sorry. But she wrote, want me to help? I've been dying to knock Life of a Free Spirit off her pedestal. She looks at the smallest things and attacks you. And to be frank, I feel she's more cruel to you than Amber. I mean, these chicks are fat and da-da. That's always the biggest one, too, is that I guess fat people aren't allowed to have opinions. We're not allowed to say, I mean, I guess you're supposed to just sit there and be quiet and agree with everything that happens around us because we're supposed, I don't know, are we inferior? Are we not allowed? And Danny brings this up too because there's plenty of other people who have made videos about Chantel. Like Freely Banana Girl went in on her and she was all in her comment section be like, hey girl, oh my God, you're right, he. Like, and it's like, what is the difference? Like, I don't understand. Like, there are plenty of skinny people that come and fucking wreck this girl a lot, and she never has this kind of response ever. And so Chantel responded to her like, she is obsessed, it's harassment at this point, like F off and leave me alone, psycho. And in my opinion, this was kind of Chantel giving her the green light, like, go ahead, go for it. I had no idea who this person was at all, like in the slightest. Okay. And when I saw the video, I was just like, whoa. When I started watching her videos, I was like, holy shit. Like, this person is pretty she seems pretty alt-right. The only thing she's missing is a tiki torch at this point. And it's, I don't know. It's crazy. Obviously, she suffers from some kind of mental illness, but I would argue that most bigots do. So it's hard to be like, well, I'm not going to respond to it, or I'm not going to give my opinion about it or defend myself, because it's a joke back from the future. It's a joke about the whole Charlottesville thing. But it's hard to be like, well, I'm not going to respond to this because this person's clearly dealing with something. But it's like, I feel like we have a right to like stand up for ourselves, especially considering it's something like this. So it's like, I'm not going to like hold back too much, because it's like, this person is going off the rails. And like, and I watched some of her videos and I watched some of her live stream, and she is like, well, I mean, she was just screaming the N-word at the top of her lungs over and over again, claiming that like white people need to like not be afraid to stand up to black people, otherwise they're going to become the oppressed, and all that, like just crazy rhetoric, just like crazy, like off the wall. And so Chantel also posted that one screen, or that one community, and I think it's still up. Let me see if it's still up. Yeah, she's like, I just want to say that no matter what happens, I don't condone my viewers or supporters defending me by attacking others. I most certainly do not condone racism, homophobic comments, and other hateful insults toward anyone, no matter what they say about me. Just wanted to make that clear. I know I have said some things before out of anger that I am not proud of, but I do not support this, and I'm trying to not let anger get the best of me. Thanks, guys. I mean, she failed miserably at that, because then she went on to post those 3 posts about Charlie and Callie. But the thing that got me, let me see if I can find it. The thing that got me was, sorry, I'm like all brain fogged right now. Okay, so this was the post. This was the person in response to that. She said, Chantel, if I offended you in any way, I'm sorry. I had hundreds of people tell me racial slurs and then claim I'm being racist by calling it out. Screw that shit. But if you want me to stop, I will, because I respect you, not these psycho women. And then Foodie Beauty responds, I didn't see any you say anything racist personally, but the race card gets played often when it shouldn't. You won't win with these people. I don't condone racism, etc., but it goes both ways. And if they were calling you a white bitch, that is racism. I've never heard Callie or Charlie ever refer to her as a white bitch. I've heard Callie refer to her as a goofy bitch. I've never once heard any, and she's making this like false equivalence too of like she's like, I don't condone racism, and then she gives us the whole like, there are bad people on both sides, right? Like, it's literally the both sides argument or whatever, like people combating racism and then people who are perpetuating it, but there's bad people on both sides, right? Like, it blows my mind. It honestly kind of blows my mind. What else did she say that was kind of like crazy to me? Yeah, this was the other one. It was like, she was like, yeah, go focus on you. I think I'm going to get them off your back. Love you, girl. And then Foodie Beauty is like, heart. Like, this person, if you knew, if like, and the thing is I think Chantel was privy, or actually I know she was privy to the things that this person was saying, because she admits it. She literally admits it. She literally admits it on in one of the comments. Here it is. This person, I think, gave like a very reasonable response to. This person wrote, well, let me do the first one. She's like, I'm disappointed and kind of shocked, Chantel. Do you really believe that nothing this blank person has said was racist? I just saw the comment you left her. I'm starting to believe that neither of you even know what the definition of racist is. This is especially interesting because you are currently in a relationship with a black man. Even if you hate Charlie and Callie, you cannot deny that that blank is stone cold racist, unless of course, and I don't know what else she put. And then Foodie Beauty, but I have not seen her say anything racist, but it is okay for them to do it. I don't condone it on either side. This person deleted. I on my community post, I linked to one of her videos or whatever, and throughout that video she's just spouting like racist shit the entire time. She's screaming the N-word at the top of her lungs, claiming that like people are coming for her for being white and all this dumb shit, and how she's experienced all this racism her whole life and all this crazy, and it was just like, okay. And then this person responded after that. She said, in response to your reply, if that's true, then I think that you should watch some of Blank's content and see if your stance changes. I never said that it was okay for anyone to be racist. It is unacceptable regardless of who it's from. Also, you and Blank are accusing Callie and Charlie of racism. Can you point me to 2 clear examples of them being racist against you or anyone else? And then she responds, I did watch a few of Blank's videos tonight and didn't hear her use any racism. Can you give me proof? Blank said they were calling her white trash bitch. Based on the screenshot above, which is nasty, I wouldn't doubt it. And the screenshots we're referring to is this. This is the one that she's referring to. Who is a bully now? And Callie wrote something like, sis, not with that look. I'm tired of you homely bitches trying to expose me. When y'all look worse than the shit I took this morning, you're going to come for me, at least look presentable. There's nothing racist about that tweet in the slightest. But Chantel did admit that she watched a few of the videos. I don't know how you could watch a few of her videos and not see that this person is either clearly unstable and clearly has some prejudice and racist tendencies. I don't see it. And either you're dumb as fuck or you agree with it. And I would hope you're not that dumb. I would pray you're not that stupid. Okay? There was also another person that posted a video not too long ago. I'm not going to say her name either. And she was responding to, I'm not going to play her video either. That's for damn sure. She was responding to Charlie, and the first things that they go, because they're so mad, like, how could anyone bully Chantel? First of all, do we need to put you in a high chair and spoon feed you and do Here Comes the fucking choo-choo train? Are you that much of a child? Like, are you that much of a baby that, like, you can't handle anyone having any kind of criticism of you? Like, get over it, dog. Like, I can't get over, like, you have done some truly atrocious shit on this platform for years before I even knew who you were. Before a lot of people even knew who you were. You were threatening to call CPS on people, talking about people's dick sizes, saying everyone that has any kind of slight against you wants to fuck you. All of this dumb shit. Like, and you've been doing it for fucking years. For literally years, dog. And then the second that some people have come around and started calling you on your bullshit, now you want to cry victim and say that you're being bullied. Like, if you're that much of a child, then maybe you shouldn't be on the internet. Maybe you just should go away and, I don't know, try to do something more productive with your life than gaining weight on camera, because you're body positive now, or fat positive, or whatever you want to call it today or tomorrow. And if you want to be treated with kitty gloves, then I don't know, like, I personally wouldn't want to be. But this person, this woman, she made this video, and I think she has a black husband, she has black children or whatever. And the first thing she does is she comes for Charlie's looks. She's, you know, which is fine. I mean, if you want to come for my looks, go for it. I'm honestly, it's fine. Like, it's fair game, dude. I'm not going to come on here and be like, oh my God, she called me fat. Like, it's whatever, dude. It's fine. I'm not going to get mad about it. I don't think Charlie's going to get mad about it. Something tells me Charlie has heard far worse in her lifetime. And in fact, in the past 24 hours, she probably has. So if you want to come on here and like call people fat or whatever and do it, that's fine. But then it's like, but you can't you lose you lose any kind of leg to stand on by doing that, because your argument is that how dare people criticize someone's appearance, and then you come on and criticize someone's appearance. Like, you sound dumb. And then on top of that, she's like, oh, and you got that black crusty neck, and then you want to come for white women all the time. And it's like, dude, once again, like, again, here it is, we're playing the whole, like, here comes the big black woman coming for the, like, little white woman. Like, it's so annoying to me, like, so annoying to me. And to act as if Chantel hasn't said awful things too. Like, it's like, it's always there. They always take it there. And I just want to come on here and say straight up, just because you have children that are people that are of color, or you date a man of color, that doesn't mean that you're void of any kind of racist tendencies. You're not. I mean, my mom would do and say some dumb shit. and I'm her child. And she was married to a black man for a while. Just because you sleep with black men or men of color, that doesn't absolve you of your implicit bias or these stupid racist ideals that you have ingrained in your mind. Like, and there is a woman, her name's Cancer Warrior on YouTube. I was watching her video yesterday. I watched her video today. Hey, Girl Comics. And I would implore you to go and watch her videos, because she said a lot of stuff in that video that I could relate to as a mixed person, as a person who is half black and half white. I have her video in the cards. I don't know how cards work on YouTube Live, so if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. She really broke it down very, like, the best. Honestly, the best. And one of the biggest things that, like, really gets to me is when people try to invalidate persons of color's experience, especially in America or in Canada, to say that, like, we don't have to, like, endure some really hateful, dumb shit a lot. And I knew coming on this platform that, like, it would probably happen. It's happened my whole life, you know? So it's like, I'm not that surprised, you know? But it just sucks when it happens, you know? And she was talking about her nieces and nephews and the stuff that she's seen happen to them. Or she was talking about the story about how she was riding with her two friends. There were two black men, and they were in, like, a nicer car, and they were driving through a specific part of Florida. And they were saying, like, watch, we might get pulled over because there's a white girl in the car, and we're driving around in a nice car in a nice neighborhood. And sure enough, they got pulled over. And a lot of the times what happens is, when you're not aware, and I will admit this, I, even of myself, am not that wasn't that aware of that up until, like, maybe I was, like, 16, 17, of, like, what the differences of, like, I mean, it's privilege. I hate to say that word because I know a lot of people are going to get, like, super mad, but, like, when people talk about white privilege, this is kind of what they talk about: the ability to mouth off to an officer, the ability to ride around in your car and not have to worry about getting pulled over, the ability to, I don't know, play video games with your nephew and not have to worry about getting shot through a window. Like, stuff like that, you know, just, like, simple basic things that you would think that any person would be able to, like, have in their life. When you invalidate those experiences, it makes it so much harder for people to speak up about it. And you don't understand what a privilege you have to be able to sit there and mouth off to an officer who might be racist. And I have my own experiences with this. I have two clear-cut examples, and I wanted to bring these up not because it's, oh, pity me, or it's what happened. Okay. So when I was 12 years old, I was already, like, 6 feet tall, and, like, I was the drum major of a marching band in my middle school's marching band. And my mom's not gonna like this if she watched. I don't really give a fuck. My mom used to like to go out and drink a lot. She used to leave me home alone a lot, and she would go out and drink all the time. So as part of being drum majors, I had to be there an hour before the rest of the band, because I had to help my band teachers load the buses and everything and get everything ready. That was just what we had to do. So I had to be there at 4 a.m. It was like midnight, and my mom still wasn't home because she was out drinking, doing whatever the fuck she was doing. And so I would call my grandma. This happened a lot in my life. Like, I was home alone a lot. And so I would call my grandma. My grandma would come and pick me up, and we would, like, you know, I'd get dinner because I was always home alone. Like, she would, you know, we would go and get dinner, and like she would bring me here and then sleep, and then the next day, you know, she would take me to school or whatever. That was a common, that happened a lot in my childhood. So I called my grandma and I was like, you know, it's midnight and I'm supposed to be at the middle school tomorrow at 4 a.m. and she's not home, and I know she's drunk. Like, I know she's, you know, and I know she's not going to wake up, and then I'm going to be fucked, and then like the whole band's going to be fucked. And like, cause now I'm not going to be there cause I'm the fucking drum major, you know, like I do the whole salute routine. We're marching in the parade, you know, like they need a drum major. And so she's like, all right, well, I'll come and get you. And so, she comes to get me, and I'm packing up the car, and my mom comes home, and she's fucking belligerent, and she just goes off. She just fucking like go. And my mom's white, my grandmother is white. I grew up mainly around my white family because my dad wasn't really a part of my life. And she just like goes off, like just completely just goes off, like threatening to beat my mom up, or threatening to beat my grandma up. And sometimes I call my mom because she's more of my mom to me. And is like, she's just going off. And my grandma's like, you're out of control, Penny, blah, blah, blah. And my grandma was like, I have to get out of here because like it's escalating. And so she's like, I'm not going to fight my daughter. And my grandma's also like 58 years old or something at the time. And my mom's like, I think 30 something, you know? So it's like, and my mom's a big woman. My mom's like 5'11", 5'10", you know, and she's like a 250-pound woman. And my grandma's like this little Irish lady, you know? And so she's like, I have to leave. And then my mom's like, you know, hitting me and doing all this dumb shit. And I'm like, I'm not going inside because I don't know what the fuck's going to happen when I get inside, because my mom does really dumb, awful shit when she's drunk. So I'm like, I'm not going to go inside. I'm not going inside. And she then proceeds to call the cops on me. And I'm not doing anything. I'm not like yelling at her. I'm not, you know, fighting back, you know, like she's hitting me. I'm just walking away. She's like following me down the street, like all this, you know. And so she calls the cops. And then I didn't have a cell phone then. So she's like calling her friends and stuff too. And immediately when the cops come, she turns on the waterworks. Immediately turns on the waterworks and is like, he's being out of control, da 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 da. And so I'm sitting there on the curb with a cop who's lecturing me now, right? And I'm just like, and I can't say anything because I know I can't say anything. Like, and I'm a kid too. I'm 12 years old. I'm still relatively young. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I am just like, you know, and he's like he's just like so being so mean. And then one of my mom's friends finally comes and is like, she's trying to defuse the situation. And during this time, my mom was dating my stepdad. They weren't married yet. They weren't married yet. They didn't get married until I think after I moved out. So he comes home because she's calling him like being ridiculous or whatever. And I don't get along with this man, but there's very few things he's taught me, and like how to be a person of color and like in society is one of those things. Because I didn't know how, because I wasn't around people. The only people I were around were like Mexican people or like Latin American people. And like in my own family, I wasn't around like black people. I just wasn't, because my mom's family is white. And he was livid. He was like, I cannot believe you would call the cops on him. This is fucking, like, he was like, I will leave. Like, I'm not gonna put up with this or whatever. And he was like, you do not understand what you put him, like what could have happened to him. Because I'm 6 feet tall. Like, I'm just, my existence alone even at 12 years old is like, could be considered threatening. And that's how I felt when he was like, sit down. Like, the cop was like super aggro with me, and like, he's like, I'll take you to jail right now, and all this crazy shit. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, all I want to do is go to the fucking band tomorrow and march in my fucking parade at Brawley. That's all I want to do, dog. Like, I didn't do anything. Like, and it was just like, he was just like, I can't even believe that you would do this to him. Like, you're out of control. You do not understand what a privilege it is for you to say something. Like, he had had it. Like, it was just fucking crazy. Like, and that's the kind, and it's like, I mean, my mom, I don't think my mom didn't not love me. I just think she didn't understand what the ramifications of her actions could have been, you know? And so it's like, and this is coming from someone who like dated black men and had a black child, you know? But she doesn't know that. She's not perceptive to like what her actions could have caused. I mean, and there are other instances where she had done things and it was really bad and it could have gotten a lot better. And one of the stories that I remember from my dad was like when they were young, he would talk about how like they would get pulled over and she would be super fucking mouthy. And like he would tell my grandma, he's like, one of these days she's gonna get me killed. Like she's gonna mouth off to the wrong fucking cop and I'm gonna end up dead. And this was like in the 80s, you know? So like, it's just like, you know, like she's not aware of that. Or another instance like that I had was I was 17 years old and I was getting ready for prom and I didn't want to get a limo for prom because I didn't have the money for it. But also my mom, she was like super into Snoop Dogg at the time. And I don't know, my mom is that person. And she had an Escalade EXT. And she had like big 22s on them and shit. And I was like, well, fuck it. We'll just take the Escalade to prom. Like me and Liz, we'd be going to prom. You know, I was taking my best friend, my best girlfriend to prom. And we'll live it up. Like, and we're going to bring her 2 friends too. And it'll be chill. And the only stipulation was that I needed to go and put gas in the car with my money and get it washed with my money. So I had just gotten my license. I had just gotten over the like probation period where you can't have people younger than like 18 years old in the car with you or whatever by yourself. And so I was driving the Escalade around, and I am in the city I grew up in, right? The city I live in, right? And I'm just driving my mom's car around, and I wasn't speeding or anything. I was super careful because I was like, I am not fucking this car up. Like, I am not doing the, you know, like, cause it's a really expensive car. And it was that car was too expensive for my mom, even at that time. Like, that's why she had to get rid of it. I don't know why she had that car. And I was just driving around and I got pulled over by the cops. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why am I getting pulled over by the cops? And so he comes up to the car and he's like, hello, boy. Or he's like, hey, boy, or whatever. And I'm like, hi. And I was like, what did I do, officer, or whatever. And he was like, whose car is this? I was like, it's my mom's car. He's like, oh, really? This is your mom's car? And I'm like, yeah, it's my mom's car. Like, is it reported stolen? Like, it's her car. And he's like, well, I don't believe you're gonna need to get out of the car. And so I'm sitting on the fucking curb by my mom's car. And I'm like, great. Like, I didn't even do anything. Like, I literally didn't even do anything. I was just driving my mom's car, you know, and our names don't match either. Cause my mom and my dad never got married, so I have a different last name than my mom. And so he's looking at the registration or whatever, and he's like, well, your names aren't the same. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, and so he calls I'm like, well, here's my mom's number, you can call her. So he calls her up, and she's flipping the fuck out. She's first mad at me because she's like, you must have done something, you know, like, you must have done something, blah, blah, blah. And then she gets down there and immediately she starts being all mouthy with the cop. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, literally all you have to do is come down here and prove who you are, prove this is your car, and like, we can get the fuck out of here. Like, we don't need to escalate this at all, dude. And it was just like, I never felt so little before in my entire life than in those moments, right? And so when things like that happen or whatever, when we have people that come on here and like want to like reduce us to the color of our skin, or like say that like we don't experience things like that, or we don't know what it's like, or that like white people have it way worse or whatever, it's like, dude, you will never know what that feels like. You will never know what it feels like to just exist and like have just your existence be controversial or cause issues like that. And it's like, when shit like that and I never thought that when I would make videos about Amberlynn or make videos about Foodie Beauty or whatever, that like this would ever be a thing, because I've never made it a thing. I've never talked about that. I've never like really brought any of that, you know. Like, I mean, you could, I mean, you really could, but it's like I've never brought up the color of their skin other than talking about Amberlynn and the color of her knuckles. Like, I've never brought it up, you know, and I've never heard another reaction channel bring it up because it's just not important to any. It's on the scheme of things, it's like so low in the priority of like what to talk about. There's so much other dumb shit that's entertaining to talk about when it comes to these people, you know. So it's like, it just sucks. Like, it just, that's the only way I can fucking explain it, is that it sucks. And I know that there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, oh my god, like you sound like a victim, da 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 da, like you're making this into a bigger thing. And it's like, well, sometimes it's a big thing to us, okay? And like, that's, so when I hear Chantel try to like turn Charlie into like some ableist, aggressive asshole, it's like, dude, you don't even know what real discrimination feels like. I can guarantee you that Chantel probably has no fucking idea what it really feels like to be like reduced to the color of your skin like that, and to be felt so little and so marginalized. Like, I can guarantee it, you know. And so that's why I get all fucking like up in arms about it, because it's just like, you're an asshole. Like, the only way I can describe what you're doing and like what you're saying and the kinds of people that you're entertaining is like, you fucking suck, point blank, period. That is all I have to say about that. Like, and my opinion on that will never change. Okay, I will never, as someone who's grown up around a bunch of white people, who's almost my entire family, like 95% of my family is white. I can tell you they've never had experience anything like that. And when I tell them about it, they're just like, whoa, I didn't even know it was like that, you know, because they don't have to experience. They have the privilege of being white. So that's why when people talk about white privilege, that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about how much money you have in your bank account. I mean, that's part of it too sometimes, but the most part it's talking about just actually being able to fucking exist without your existence being controversial or considered an act of aggression. Like, it's fucking annoying, dude. And that's what, like, I don't know. That's my take on it. And I've said this before, and I said this too when Shaquana was talking. It's like, people of color can be prejudiced too, but there's a very distinct difference between like what the power systems or what the power dynamics, especially of America, are like. And you can't sit here and pretend that people of color have power. They just really don't, you know? So yeah, maybe it was wrong for someone to call you a name or whatever, but it's like, you've never been hung from a tree about being called the N-word, or your ancestors were never hung from a tree about, or like homes were built down while they like chased you around, you know, like. And we can't sit here and pretend like that happened so long ago, because it didn't, dude. A lot of our great grandmothers and grandmothers were alive when that shit happened. Okay, my mother was alive and she got scolded by her uncle for like having a child with a black person. Like, that shit happened, what, 30 years ago. Like, it's so, I wish people would be a little bit more perceptive to what they're saying, I feel like, when it comes to stuff like that, because it goes beyond haha he like your chonies are tense, or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to come at Charlie for something like that, or come at Callie for something like that, that is fine, but like, let's not turn it into like a whole like, oh, like they're just racist. That, like, it becomes way more, and it's just like, it's fucking crazy. And I feel like Chantel and that other woman that posted that video today are prime examples of, you can have a black boyfriend, a black husband, you can even have black children, but you will never really understand what it's like for a person of color, or someone who, or if you're white passing, like, because I mean, I know a lot of people think that I'm like, like when I say that I'm black, they're like, oh, you're black? Like, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not white. Like, when people look at me, they don't see a white person. So it's like, I still get those implicit biases placed on me every day. And it just sucks when it happens a lot. And then when you stand up for it, you're pulling the race card, or you're being aggressive, or you're turning it into something that it's not. And it's like, nah, dog, like, you brought this up, you started this conversation, so I'm just supposed to sit here and take it? Am I supposed to just be the good little, you know, person in the corner that just lets it happen over and over again? Nah, like, I'm not going to do that, you know. So Why didn't CPS step in, Michael? Because my mother is a teacher. See, that's an like when you are an my mother is very educated. Like my mother has like a master's in education, and like she has a master's in like adaptive PE and stuff. Like my mother is a really good teacher. Like she was just not a great mother. you know? And so it's like CPS actually came to my house. I mean, we can get into that whole story. CPS actually came and interviewed me at school. We had a social worker come to my school and interview me because something happened with one of my younger stepsisters. Because I don't even want to get into all that. And he came to my school and he was like, "What's going on?" I was 11 years old when he came, and he was like sitting there talking to me, and he wanted to know what was going on, and he kept pushing me and pushing me. He was like, everything you say will be held in confidence, and you don't have to worry, like, like, and he was like, I can get you out of there, I can get you with your grandma. And when he said that, it clicked in my head, and I was like, well, shit, like, then I'm gonna tell you what's really going on. And so I told him what happened and what was going on in there, about all the instances of abuse and stuff that I had endured, that my stepsister had endured. My other stepsister wasn't there yet. And I remember I left that, and I was like so distraught, and like my Al-Anon, we had Al-Anon at our school, and her name was like Miss Brown. And she was like, what happened? And I was telling her what happened. And then All right, sorry about that. Okay, so her name was Mrs. Brown, and I think thinking about her again, like kind of like I don't know, it made me like go back there immediately. Um, she was our Al-Anon advisor or whatever. It was like a group of like kids that would come and meet with, and we would do like our like the sobriety prayers and stuff like that. And she was very instrumental in like and kind of like saving my life or whatever, and just like making me feel okay. And I remember she would go and like talk to my teachers for me and stuff like when I was like really struggling. And she passed away like I don't know, like 10 years ago from breast cancer or whatever. It was like really sad. um but anyway, so like she kind of gave me like the okay to like tell him, tell him what happened or whatever. And so my mom caught wind of like the interview with me and my stepsister. And so because she's a teacher and all teachers talk, like they all talk to one another. And this is why like I don't trust a lot of teachers or whatever, because I don't know, whatever. And so he came to our house, and he then proceeded to like tell her everything that we had told him, and then left us there. And so it was like we had to endure that. Like it was so nuts. Like she just went off. Like, and the thing is she's an educator, so she like knows what to say. She knows like what kind of like she knows how to get out of it, because she knows the exact things to say, the way to spin it to make herself innocent or not guilty or whatever is being said. And so like I think a lot of people have like this misconception that like if you're like the child of like a police officer or a teacher or a nurse or a doctor, that like you must live like this super privileged awesome life. But it's like they're human beings too, and human beings have flaws. And not every human being is a great human being, okay? And so um and I saw, and my grandma tried to like, she tried as much as she could, but um she knew that the second she were to try to challenge my mom for custody, she'd never see me again. She knew that. And my mom and my grandma like when I finally moved out, she showed me like the file that she had been keeping like with her lawyer and stuff, like because she was like, I wanted to come and like save you all the time, like I wanted to get you out of there. And but she's like, I knew that the second I tried to do anything, that would be the last time I'd see you. And she's like, so I couldn't do anything. I couldn't, my hands were essentially tied, because my mom's not a dumb woman, like she wasn't dumb. She knew exactly what to do and what to say to like get out of things. And and I remember like it wasn't until I was a lot older that a lot of her friends and stuff who were instructors also were like, I'm sorry, we never like tried to help you or whatever. And it's like, well, a lot of good that does now, because like the damage has been done. Like I don't talk to like a lot of those people now, and like I don't know, it's just, I did not expect to go there today, that's for sure. So yeah. So that's why I have like such a strong connection like with my grandma, is because she always tried to like protect me, or like keep me as safe as she could. So like that's a part, like, and I mean I love her to death too, and so that's why I like stick around, and I'll probably stick around forever, like that's just how it is. I know. A lot of people ask me, like, because I have stories and stuff to tell, and I have like life experiences to share, but sometimes I'm not the most it's not that I'm not empathetic, or I'm not able to like care. I care a lot. Sometimes I feel like I care too much. I think that's part of my problem. That's probably why I take a lot of what Amberlynn or like Chantel or a lot of other people do so like to heart is because I think I care a little too much about what they say and do and how that may affect other people in the long run. And so it's just I don't know if I'm willing to have that thrown back in my face. And like I've had a lot of heart-to-heart talks with Charlie about, because she's like you know, because like for instance, like my view was on like obesity and stuff like that. Like I mean, there's a reason, you know, there's a reason why most people are fat. It's not typically, it's not because of like the lack of access to food or stuff like that. Usually there's an emotional component involved in it some way, some way, shape, or form. And so I just don't know if I'm comfortable with like divulging all of that right now, you know? So I have to like I have to be like mentally prepared to to get some kind of backlash or whatever for exposing too much on the internet or whatever, if that makes sense. Because I mean, I'd be super dumb and naive if I like didn't think, you know, that that would happen. I mean, I watch it happen to like Amberlynn and stuff too, and that's the sad thing too, is I'm sure Amberlynn, I don't know about Chantel, I don't know much about her childhood or whatever, but I'm sure Amberlynn has really gone through some really rough shit. And I wish instead of using that as like a way to exploit the situation, I guess, that she would like show people what it's like to overcome things like that, instead of being like instead of like using it to like just make a lot of profit off the internet, if that makes sense. I wish she would really do the work, because I do, and a lot of people ask me like, do you ever think she could get better? I do think she could get better. I do think that she could. There are ways of like really overcoming stuff like that, but you have to do the work, and it's not just taking a pill every day, and it's not, you know, you have to really sit down and like really do some work. And I've had a lot of really good breakthroughs and stuff like that, you know, like that. I'll probably go and talk to my therapist about what just happened right now next Thursday, because apparently it's a little bit more fresh than I thought it was. I thought I had like put a lot of that in the rearview mirror. But I do think that there is a success story in there somewhere. I just think this whole YouTube game and her addiction and her trauma has, I do think that YouTube is a very big catalyst in her stagnation. And so I wish that she would like figure it out. I wish that she would like really start sitting down and doing some of that work. And maybe it is too scary for her to confront that stuff. And I'm not saying that this negates any of the shitty stuff that she's done in the past. It doesn't. I think that like she could have a come to Jesus moment or an epiphany, and like really just be a better person. And I think that would be very inspiring, because when you watch My 600-Pound Life, and if you watch them, one of the like most common things of all of those people that are on that show is trauma. Like a lot of them have experienced a lot of severe trauma, and a lot of them treat their partners horribly, like absolutely horribly, and their family members horribly. And it's very cool and it's very inspiring to see the shift happen, to see Dr. Now confront them with the true hard facts. And sometimes they need to fail and have someone call their failure a spade, you know, to call a spade and call their failure a failure to their face and say, this is why you're failing. It's not because of X, Y, and Z. It's because of you. And you need to sit down with someone and really come to terms and get to the root of the fucking issue. And it's very inspiring when they actually go in there. And yeah, it sucks that they have to do it on TV, and I applaud them for being a far braver person than I could probably ever be. And it's very inspiring to watch them have those aha moments, and then to see them be better people, and to like lose weight and like start getting there. And like, yeah, it's not going to be, you know, butterflies and roses the entire time, and you're not going to like win every single time you try, but the point is that you try. And the point is that you do start, and every time you try, it gets a little bit easier. And I've had a lot of people come into DMs and be like, you know, like, what do you do if you fail, or what do you do if you mess up or whatever? It's like, it's not about the failures, dog. It's about how you pick yourself up and keep it and try again, you know? And the thing that I see with Chantel and Amberlynn is I don't see trying happening. I see giving up. I see like, well, oh well, this is what it is now, you know, and then like trying to like spin this narrative of like being these like amazing body positive people to like look to for inspiration, because like not giving a fuck is somehow aspirational. I mean, I don't know, you know, and it's like I don't see that when I see Chantel sit in her car with Pete's and eat till she's sick, or you know, or Amberlynn pretend go to a pizza buffet and be like, I walked up 3 steps today, I tried. That's not trying. You're not trying. You've given up. And I don't think you should be going around pushing this opinion or whatever of giving up. I don't think that that's like admirable in any way, you know? So like just keep trying. Like it's if you mess up, it's fine. Just keep trying, you know? And my nose is running again. It's like the floodgates have opened. They need impatient help. I mean, yeah. I mean, we've seen Amberlynn be confronted with that, and she's not going to do it. So I don't know. People have asked me too, like, what happens, like, if one of them passes away? Like, it'll be sad as fuck, but like, y'all. I mean, they can't say that we didn't see it coming, you know. And I mean, I don't know what Chantel is up to, but like, it's not. She's like doubling down, and it's like, I think at least Amberlynn kind of recognizes, like, even when she was talking about, she's like, and I'm not saying you should be ashamed of yourself or like super disgusted with yourself or whatever, but like when she says things like, I'm disgusted with what I've done to my body, at least she's able to recognize what she's doing, you know, like at least. And I mean, that's kind of the first step, right? It's like being able to recognize that you're doing something bad. I just wish she had the ability or the resources and tools to change the behavior and actually start making some real progress. Chantel doesn't see that. So, I mean, when she's posting her pictures on Instagram being like, I look so cute in this top and da-da-da-da-da, body positive, and I look, you know, it's like, girl, that's beyond delusion. Like, you don't even see you're not even in operating in any kind of realm of reality. And I know Amberlynn is delusional in and of herself too, but at the very least, she's able to recognize that when she sees her body, it's not good, you know. And that is, in my opinion, like leaps and bounds ahead of what Chantel is, you know, displaying. I don't know. And when she posted that picture of Charlie on Instagram and she was like tagging that woman and stuff like that, like we see what you're doing. You're like trying to like get everyone to come in and dogpile her. And I mean, it's fine. I don't think it's gonna work, because I think Chantel forgets that at the end of the day, a lot of the same tenets that body positive people spout are very similar to like social justice kind of things. And like, if you think that like for a second that that they're gonna come on and see the stuff that you've done and they're going to like side with you, seeing some of the awful shit and stuff that you said, you're delusional. And that's why none of them do. And I honestly think that's why none of them come to her defense, really. Or the people that do come to her defense are like people like that woman yesterday and that person today, you know. And I'm sorry, I know she tried to make Charlie out to be like this like sneering evil thing, but I think Charlie looked badass in that picture. Sorry about it. I should read some of the super chats that I missed, because I think I missed a bunch of them. Sunshine 4695. She doesn't want people who don't like her to watch her videos, but then it went away. But then she goes and watches videos of people she doesn't like. Make it make sense. I wish I could. Ginger, yeah, you. She was not respectful at all. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yum Yums. Ironic how she eats all the food yet has no taste. Thank you so much for the super chat. KK, so excited to catch you live. Love you. Caesar Villalobos. F these hoes. Thank you so much for the super chat. VG, spoon feed me, Petty King. I'll spoon feed you. I'll start an OnlyFans account and just like spoon feed people. Just kidding, I'm not going to. Angelic, thank you so much for the super. Charlie is so pretty. Stay cute. Melanin Queen. Yeah. Tati Cruz, I'm Pell, Dad's dark. It's insane how he's been treated my whole life. Cops hand in weapons, strangers, workers in stores checking on me, and we're from Hawaii. We're Hawaiian. It's scary. It happens to anyone that looks other. Unfortunately, it's shitty. Christopher Howland, you're not your ancestors. Move on. I'm a POC. I mean, they're alive still. Like a lot of the people, like Elijah Cummings died literally a few days ago, and he was literally marching down Selma. So I mean, I don't know, and like ancestors, like these people that experienced the civil rights movement are still alive to this day. Like, okay. Emma P, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi Michael, have you seen the video Chantel made where she admitted to faking a suicide attempt? Yeah, I was watching Yaba's video about yesterday, and I was like really disturbed by that. And that's why I think she's like doesn't really care. And when she was doing that video about Heaven's Gate, that I was, of course she would lack empathy. Trogdor the 8th, please don't be sorry, we love you, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Julie Snyder, shut it down and take your time, honey. Thank y'all. Cecil A for Mima Petty. I wonder what she would say if I called her Mima. She'd be like, what the fuck, Michael? You got your damn mind. She probably would just look at me and then like go back to her crossword. Just be like, you're stupid. Ashley Ward, thank you so much for it. Just got here, but your grandma sounds like such a sweet woman. Sending love to you and yours. Yeah, my grandma, I love my grandma. My grandma and I are like super tight, and we've always been very tight. And she taught down here forever. She taught in like one of the poor schools in the poor school district for the longest time. She had so many opportunities to go and like teach at like the more like rich kid schools down here, but she never did. She loved her job, and she always advocated for kids. That's the thing too, is like my mom, like even though she did awful things, she was a really good teacher. And so it was very hard for me to like explain what the fuck was going on behind closed doors, because they would look at me like I'm fucking crazy, you know? They'd be like, no, not her, you know? Brianna, thanks for being open and sharing your story. 100% feel like trauma is what got me to the size I was. Thanks for spreading a beautiful, inspiring message. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sylvana Gerards, since the Heaven's Gate video, Chantal has missed dead body positivity. Yeah, there was another screenshot that I saw too. And the thing is like, it's like, you have to be, in order for any of her screenshot, for any of her comments to show, she's okaying these. And so I'm like, so are you telling me you're reading these and being like, yep, gonna throw that up anyway? Like, that's what gets me. And I'm like this one, like, this person wrote, like, hey, Chantel, I wish I could private message you instead of leaving a comment, but I don't know how to. Just wanted to let you know some purple brow free spirit chick is slagging you and the dead body thing. The dead body thing live right now. I'm only telling you this so you can stand up for yourself. There's no judgment here, as I love you and your channel. So sad people can't come up with their own content, but it is what it is. I appreciate all that you do for people's info. It is not a graphic picture. It's literally a picture of a dead person. Like, there's a dead body underneath the sheet. I don't know what all the fuss is about, especially being around Halloween. As if that means that like we can like start disrespecting the dead. Like it's so crazy. Anywho, love you lots, and I hope you can nip this in the bud before it becomes ridiculous. Can't wait for the next video. PS, you can totally whatever. But it was like she approved this comment. Like, really? Ashley Ward, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, I was at the store and I saw a woman with a poop bun and a cardigan. I thought it was Amber, but then I realized she would have no reason to come to envy. Lol. Ryan Marie, here's some money for your tissue fund. Feel better soon. I know, dude. I've gone through so many tissues. You should see my room. It's fucking my fucking garbage bin. I've gone through like 3 boxes of tissue like since Sunday. It's ridiculous. I'm just so ready for my nose to not run anymore. Liliana Hernandez, thank you for always being inspirational. Thanks so much for the super chat. Rotten Ralph, I had a friend that I used to play video games with when I was younger, and he used to go by Rotten Ralph, or no, Rotten Richard? Yeah, it was a Richard. Heaven's Gate, nothing new, not your body to show, not your right. Agree. And the thing too is like she always gets on us about us taking content from people, and she like ripped all that. She like literally ripped those news clips like from the news. She's like, the news showed these bodies online. It's like, yeah, and they were probably hella respectful while they were talking about it too. They were talking about it in a matter-of-fact way, not like giggling, tee-heeing in between bites of pumpkin spice cheese, you know? GeoStera, use code Blob Squad, your 10% discount on party tents. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, Lil Venom, I love your drawings. Yeah. I saw that person that was like being ridiculous the other day was like gonna come for us or whatever. I was like, I'm really not that scared. Ginger Yayu, her laughing at tragedy is an oxymoron. Heaven's Gate, Jim Jones, feel better, hun. Thank you. I'm starting to feel better. I think by tomorrow I'll feel a lot better. I want to go to the street fair tomorrow, kind of really bad. So I'm gonna wake up early and go to that before it gets too cold. I really want to go to the farmer's market, because I want to get some orange juice. I was gonna go on Wednesday, but I felt like shit when I woke up, so I like went back to sleep. I was like, I'm just gonna go back to sleep and then like wake up and go to school or whatever, because like I can't. But I wanted to get some fresh squeezed orange juice, because I hate getting orange juice at the supermarket. It's just like pure sugar. Ashley Ward, as someone who dreams of becoming a mortician, Chantal's treatment of the deceased absolutely disgusts me. Thank you much for the super chat. Yeah, I just think that the whole thing was distasteful. That's just what that's just how I felt about it. And everyone has a right to their opinion. Right, Chantal? Well, apparently we don't. We don't have... And that's another thing, too, that kind of gets me with her. She's so quick to be like, these people steal content, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all you do is eat fast food on camera and then, like, regurgitate the summaries of Wikipedia stuff. Like, you don't even really... Like, should McDonald's come for you then? Should Five Guys start getting a piece of your pie? Like, should they start claiming your videos? Because you're essentially taking their work. You're taking their recipes. Like, you don't even make the food you eat. At least with most other mukbangers, like, they make their food. You know? You don't even do that. You can't even be bothered to, like, sit... And you have nothing else to do all day. So it's like... You could make those cheeseburgers. I'd have a little bit more respect for you if you made those cheeseburgers from scratch. But I feel like maybe Arby's should start getting a cut of the check too then, if that's how you feel. If that's how we're really going to do it, you know? It's just how... it's stupid. So dumb. Thank you, Timat. Yeah, the jaw sounds are very... Oh my god, Queen Bee. Is that a picture of Kris Jenner? Hey, Michael told Chantal's wart lady friend to take down her video, and she did it. My mind, it's so powerful. It amazes me sometimes. Damn, you're really powerful. I would not... That girl, dude, she spent... Every time I would go and check my phone just to see real quick, she was streaming. Like, and on the same picture too. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, you have nothing else going on? Also, I think she should be very weird, because it's from my understanding that she has children, and we know how Chantal feels about people with children. We know that that doesn't go over very well for her. Savannah Gerard. Chantal encouraged her audience to look up the Heaven's Gate website. That's true too. Love your intelligent reactions, Michael. Greetings from Cologne. Oh my God. Are you from Germany? Is Cologne in Germany? I think it is, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's amazing how being on here or whatever, how many people from around the country watch. Like there's someone from Bulgaria that watches my videos, and I'm like, that's interesting. Like that's super interesting. Like because I love to go into my analytics and like see what like what countries are watching, and obviously the majority of people that watch me are from America, the UK, and Canada. But it's always very interesting to see like, oh, it's in Belgium. Is it in Belgium or Germany? People are saying it's in Germany, and some people are saying in Belgium. Is there two Cologne? So some people think it's in France. Hi from China. Hey, what up? Hi from Brazil. Hi from the Bahamas. I'm trying to convince my friends to go on a cruise to the Bahamas this summer. I really want to go to Playa del Carmen. Like that would be a dream vacation for me to go to Playa del Carmen, because I really want to go to the Mexican the pyramids really bad, and I know the pyramids are near there, the Aztec pyramids. I really want to go there. Oh my God, hi from Taiwan. Really want to go to Taiwan too. I really want to go to like all of these. Hi from New Zealand. I want to go to New Zealand because I want to go to the Shire. Hi, dude, there are so many people. Hi from Saudi Arabia. Hi from Finland. Hi from Philippines. I had a video that got region restricted from Dubai and Saudi Arabia, because I was playing music from someone, and I guess this was back before I was not when I was playing copyright music in my streams. And hi from Missouri. Oh my God, I want to go to Missouri. Hi from India. Hi from, but anyway, it got region blocked, and I had a bunch of people like messaging me from there being like, I can't watch your live, and I'm like, I don't know what the reason is. Apparently there's some song that's not allowed to be listened there for some reason. It's so weird. It's weird how that stuff works, you know. Hi from North Dakota. Hi from California, all the way from Turkey. Damn. Hi from Argentina. Hi from, I want to go to Australia so bad, but I'm like low-key like don't want to. Hello from Iraq. Whoa. Hi. It's cool seeing where everyone's from. Croatia, Michigan, North Dakota gang. gang, North Dakota. Hi from Youngstown, Romania. Bulgaria. Yeah, are you the 0.01% of the person from Bulgaria? I remember I watched this like really sad documentary about, I don't know if it was in Bulgaria. It was from one of those Eastern European countries though. And it was about this like mental hospital there or whatever that was like kind of really overlooked, and it was in shambles. It was very similar to that one in New York of that mental hospital for children, how they're like being abused there, that like Geraldo Rivera went to. Like that's how, if you look up Geraldo Rivera and you look up like his one story that like broke him, it was about this mental hospital in I think it was in New York. It was either New York or New Jersey. And like, dude, the conditions were disgusting. It was awful. Those kids were like being doused with fucking hoses, and it was awful. But there was a documentary I watched on YouTube, and I don't think it was in Bulgaria. It was in one of those Eastern European countries though. And it was like so sad, but it reminded me very much of that. Hi from Yugoslavia, from Willowbrook, Kaylin. Hi from Louisiana. I want to go to Louisiana and visit Think Pink really bad. MVP is Florida approved? Absolutely. I want to go to Florida. I really want to go to like Universal and Disney World, mostly. I would love to go to Universal because I want to go to Harry Potter World really bad. Jacksonville, Florida, AA. I want to go to Miami. I almost went when I was big into my rave, like the rave scene. I used to go to raves all the time. I'm surprised I didn't die. We went to like Together as One and Nocturnal and Hard Summer. Went to EDC twice. I went to EDC the last year it was in Los Angeles, and the first year it was in Las Vegas. I really want to go to Ultra or Ulta's the makeup company. I really wanted to go to Ultra in Miami so bad, but it was like always really expensive. This was when I was like 20, 21 years old, and I like had no money. Michael, come down to Florida. I'll host you. You shouldn't say those things, Charlie, because I'll fucking come. If I can convince my friends to either we're gonna do the Playa del Carmen thing, that requires way more. I'm the planner of the group typically, so like if we're gonna do the Playa del Carmen thing, that requires me to like actually research everything, which is why I'm like kind of like dragging my feet about it, and why I would much rather go on like a week-long cruise to the Bahamas, because it's like literally you just show up and go. But what I'll do is I'll just fly in early and like go and hang out with Charlie for like a day and then go on my cruise the next day. I'm gonna do it. I have a collab coming up next week. I'm not gonna say with who. You'll probably know if you follow her, because she's been talking about how she's going on this trip and it's close to where I am. But yeah, I have a collab coming up with my first ever like, oh, I've done collabs in the past where I've done like I shot things with Irate Alex, and I like sent him my footage, and I have a collab coming up with someone else too. That'll probably be out soon too. And but I'm excited. I'm like low-key kind of nervous because I have really bad social anxiety. Someone's already guessed it in the chat. And I'm nervous. She's gonna see me in person, and we're gonna like be like, I'm gonna be like hella awkward or like super weird or whatever. But I think we'll be fine. We have very similar senses of humor, so hopefully it'll be like a good time. But we still don't really even know what we're gonna do. I kind of know what I want to do. I kind of want to make her react to K-pop. Like I want to make her react to like my first K-pop videos that I watched that got me into K-pop, and then to react to my favorites. So it'd probably be like a 2-part video. I think people would really like that. I know a lot of Petty, dude. I would just love to talk to Petty Page. Real talk. I think she's one of the most cleverest, like most clever, most articulate, most beautiful like women I have ever seen. And I would just love to just like bask in her glory for a little bit, because she's that bitch, and I fucks with her like really hard. But I think it would be fun to like do a K-pop react with her and like get her like initial reaction to some, because she's been like trying to get me to like get her into some K-pop. So I want to like give her some of like the like first things that I like, some of the first groups I listened to. You just want to do close-up detailed pics, Law. I feel you, A-girl. Paint me like one of your French girls. But yeah, I want to do... So I'm going to like have her react to like Wonder Girls, So Hot, and like Girls' Generation, G, and Big Bang. And then like maybe have her like react to some of the newer stuff like Blackpink or From S9. Or ATs, or like, you know, some of the newer baddies, you know. So I think I'm gonna do a 2-parter. So yeah, so send me some of the classics or some of the newer ones that you want me to listen to. And yeah, the first K-pop song I ever heard was Wonder Girls, and it was the Superman one. I don't remember the name of the song is Korean, so I don't know what it is. But that was the first song I had ever heard. The first K-pop song I ever heard, and from that moment I was hooked. And then the next one I heard was Wonder Girls G. And then I think the next one was like 2NE1's Fire. Like I'm gonna have her listen to those, like some of the OGs, like some of the ones that got me. Well, I don't think they're the OGs of K-pop, but some of like the girls that really got me. Big Bang, Shiny. You know, I'm gonna have her react to like some of the. I've already given away. I've like said her, so you know. It's probably gonna be a girl. I would love to come to like Chicago and do like some collabs with. Zach and Callie, like that would be dope. I think the 3 of us in a room together would be hilarious as fuck, because you would just have us laughing the entire time. You want me to do some Super Junior? Yeah, we're gonna do Shiny. I think I'm gonna do Shiny Lucifer. Oh yeah, we need to do Red Velvet. Not gonna do Zimzalabim. So that, but we might do. Maybe we'll do Bad Boy or really no, I don't do really bad boy. Probably do bad boy, or because I want her to react to things that I know that she'll like, because I want to get her into it, you know. And sometimes some of those K-pop grooves and stuff, not a lot of people get. Like I want her to react to From a Sign's Love Bomb, but not everyone loves that song, and that's a very K-poppy soundy song. Whereas like Red Velvet's like Bad Boy, or like Blackpink, any Blackpink song really is more of a westernized sounding song. Yeah, we're not gonna. I was thinking about doing FX, but like it's too soon, you know? It's just way too soon. I'm still like very. Oh my god, I would do a collab with Rafe and Hannah. Fuck it. I'd do a collab with Ricky and Eric. I'd be like, you could like do it like confronting, or like Ricky and Eric confront a hater. Like I would, you know, I'd sit there and like be like, what do you want to know? What about me, you know? So Mama Moo, you want me to do Mama Moo? Not gonna do Gangnam Style. Everyone's heard that. I don't think that would be. I want her to hear things that she's never heard before. So Mama Moo. I think I'll do Mama Moo. Oh my god. Oh ah yeah. Oh ah yeah. Oh ah yeah. Or I Am the Best. Kind of want to do like 20 centimeters taller. I really love that song, but I don't know if that's like the best Mama Moo song to really like get her into the groove of things. Not gonna do BTS because it's been done to death. And no offense to BTS, but most people in America have heard a BTS song by now. So I think we will do Super M, because I want to do Super M because that's like the easiest. I'm not a really big I do like Dreamcatcher, but Dreamcatcher sounds very much more J-poppy to me, and so I don't know. Man, I'll ask her if she's really like if she watches anime, because she is pretty like into like kind of stuff like that. It seems like her boyfriend, like she's literally coming to fucking Anaheim because her boyfriend's going to BlizzCon. So like, you know, her boyfriend's pretty like into geeky things. So Got 7's a good one. I think I want her to react to Monsta X just because I want her to thirst over Wonho and see if she like is into it too. Ooh, Luna. Yeah, we're gonna definitely see, there's so many of these. This is gonna have to be like a 3-parter. I feel like we're gonna spend like, I think we're gonna spend like an hour just like listening to K-pop music, which is a dream to me. I love how she doesn't even know. Like she has no idea what she's like in store for. She's gonna be like, oh great, I'm gonna be listening to fucking K-pop for an hour and a half. Like great. CL. Well, I'm gonna do 2NE1. I don't know if I want to do the CL stuff because it's like so sad, because I feel like that's when like everything like went to shit for all the blackjacks out there. So I think I'll do 2NE1's Fire, because that song is so like, that song changed the way girl group, in my opinion, kind of changed the way girl groups started doing K-pop. It kind of gave them like the okay to be a little bit more edgy and futuristic or whatever. I Love You by 2NE1. Yeah, I definitely want to do some of the like the solo artist. So like Dean or Sunmi or Chungha. Like I definitely kind of want to do Snapping, because I think Snapping is such a bop. Definitely want to do Sunmi's. I kind of want to do Sunmi's Full Moon. I really like that song. Do Brown Eye Girls. Yeah. There's so many Twice songs that I don't even really know which one to do. Kind of want to do like Ooh Ah, just because I really enjoy that song. What do you think about Ollie London? Is that the K-pop guy? Or no, that's Holland. I think Holland's like the openly gay K-pop guy. I'm not sure who Ollie London is. How about Twice Feel Special or Fans? I know all Twice all of their like title tracks are so good too. Like I love Yes or Yes. I love Heart Shaker. I love oh my god, what's the Halloween one? I'm like drawing a blank right now. Likey is good too. Yeah, we could do an iZone, Violetta, or like La Vie en Rose. There's so many. She has. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna turn into like a 5-parter. I guess the good thing about doing reacts is it's not really a lot. Like, it doesn't take that much to like really edit it and put it out there. You just have to record the reaction and then sync the video up, so it's not that bad. Cheer up, babe. Cheer. Yeah, that's a good Twice song too. So yeah, I was thinking about doing CLC, but I was thinking of doing I Like It or whatever, because I fucks with that song so hard, even though it's not a title track. Ollie is the guy that did a bunch of search. Oh, is he like the human Ken doll, but for like the human K-pop idol doll now or whatever? You know what's funny about that human Ken doll guy is he like did porn for a hot minute. I don't think people realize that. That one guy that I forget his name, the one that has like all the implants to like have the muscles and shit like that. Remember the human Barbie, the like Russian girl too, and she had like the huge eyes and everything. Gotta listen to Taeyang, Wedding Dress. Yeah. Yubin, yeah. I think I will do Feel Special by Twice, because that song is so good right now. And the music videos, that's another thing too, is I want the music videos to be entertaining. Yeah, Justin Jedlicka, that's the guy. But Isaac, thank you so much for the super chat. I enjoy watching your videos, Michael. You have a great perspective on life. Thank you. Lazy Day, thank you so much for the super chat. Just arrived after working a long day. Nothing Amber nor Chantel know anything about. Thanks for keeping the idiotic behavior on the front burner. Yeah, I do want to do a react. So, and someone requested this one. We're gonna do the Everything I Lied About. Since we've pretty much been on stream for an hour and a half and nothing's happened. Let me turn this off. My nose is still puffy and ugh. Right.
Hey guys, so this.
Uh-oh. I always forget about this. Is it gonna work? What if I turn the quality down?
Hey guys, so
Apparently not. Why does my computer do this now? It never used to do this. I wonder if it's Streamlabs. Like, have to like download it real quick.
Hey guys, so
It keeps pausing right there. I don't know why.
this stuff off my chest, and
Oops. I didn't mean to push that button. I don't know why it's been doing this lately. Like, I can stream games and like fine, but watch a video and react to it at the same time, nope, all of a sudden doesn't work. Can I download it real quick? Okay, let me try to download it real quick and then so dumb. I should have been like Justine and downloaded it beforehand like a smart person. Hopefully my stream like doesn't die. All right, it should be ready in like a minute. In a minute. Dahlia, thank you so much for the super chat. You're so cute. Thank you. blue heart. Oh, I just realized that like there's green in my like MTV shirt, so it probably is like, quit your job today, woohoo. That's a good. Well, congratulate. I hope it was what you wanted. It must have been, because you wouldn't say like woohoo if it wasn't.
Hey guys, so
Okay. Hey guys.
this video, let's be real, is a little,
Let's be real.
I don't know, nerve-wracking for me to film, but I feel like I need to get this stuff off my chest, and I just want you guys to know that, sorry, my hair though, I knew I needed to poke these things down. Let's get real. Okay.
Let's
I
get
knew
real.
that coming onto YouTube, I was going to need to protect myself. I knew also I was going to get a lot of backlash. Backlash hurts
Girl, if you
sometimes.
only knew. If you only knew.
Unless you're a YouTuber who has a pretty decent following and they get a lot of haters, I don't think you'd understand. Just imagine yourself like at school and you get bullied by everyone in class. It hurts. It does. And I feel like a lot of the time you need to protect yourself to prevent backlash. But no matter if I protect myself or if I don't, it's gonna happen. And I feel like I need to kind of admit to some things that I have lied about.
Jesus.
This is really hard. I'm not a liar.
She literally just said, I need to admit to some things that I lied about, and then she says, I'm not a liar. Her and Chantel do that a lot, where they like literally like contradict themselves mid-sentence. It's very interesting.
I was protecting my feelings as much as I could. I know it's selfish of me to do. I'm putting myself
I almost don't even really
online for a
remember this
reason,
video that much because it's been so long.
To speak out and be like, this is me, this is who I am, and it's like, I still felt like
the differences
there were
are
certain
so
things
drastic.
that I needed to kind of hide away. Trust me, there's a lot of things about me that you guys have no idea about. But it's like, if I bring something up or whatever, or you guys see something
we
like,
know now.
I shouldn't lie. I guess maybe ignore the situation. I really don't know. I do have a list of things I want to talk about.
It's not in your journal?
So the first thing, some of these you guys might not care about or whatever, but the reason why we moved to Kentucky, I said it's because Destiny wanted to be there for her mom. I said we wanted to take care of her. I think I might have said that in a vlog. I don't know why, but it's not the truth. We were just tired of Florida.
She, if I remember correctly, she was I think this is what it was. She was lying and saying that Destiny's mom had I believe it was that Destiny's mom had a miscarriage. And so Amber wanted to be there, wanted her and Destiny to go back to Kentucky to be there for Destiny's mom, which is fucked up. That's such a fucked up thing to lie about or whatever. It was either a miscarriage or they were implying that Destiny's mom was sick with cancer, I believe. I mean, who would have thought that cancer would have been such a common theme on this channel? Cancer scams. Like, it's so bad.
Honestly,
it's such an awful thing to lie
Destiny
about.
was...
And then she puts it all on Destiny,
like,
too, which is like the best.
Saying too much, but, you know, get my drift.
It was the miscarriage? I think it was the miscarriage, too.
Her, mainly. She just felt
How old
kind
is
of
this?
like
I think
it was
this was
time
in
to
like...
move on from Florida.
I can look it up real quick. Or I can't.
Hey.
August 5th, 2016.
You know, some things were happening that she just wasn't happy about.
She lied about lying, right?
She wanted a new beginning. I have, you know, said that on my Snapchat quite a few times and things like that. But I just felt like it was easier for me.
If you notice too, like while watching this, she had way better color in her skin too. Like she looked more, she just looks a lot healthier. I mean, as healthy as like a 400 and something pound girl could be, but like she has better coloring in her skin. Like now she looks very like kind of just sickly and like very like dull and like gaunt.
Need to say, you know, oh, we just want to be there for her mom. I don't know. I don't know if you guys will consider that a lie or not, but
Yeah,
it's
it's a
something I've
lie.
said that, you know, I wasn't 100% like truthful about. So if you guys remember my aunt situation, this was a
This
while
was
ago,
fucked
though.
up. This was
This
really.
was
I remember this.
probably, I don't know, it was months ago. Months, to be honest. When I uploaded a video about how my aunt doesn't talk to me anymore because I'm fat.
Look at that face.
I'm a little on edge about that. I ended up talking to her and my cousins regarding that video. I had no idea they were gonna see it. I had no idea my
So
aunt even
fucked
watched my
up.
YouTube anymore or anything. And
She thought she was gonna get away with it, and then when they called her on it, then she got pissed, and she's still pissed about Aunt Tammy to this day. She still has one out for Aunt Tammy.
they were greatly offended.
I mean, I'd
But
be
at
too.
the time, I was vulnerable and I was upset, and I really felt like blaming my weight on everything was just like the easiest way to go. It's hard. Like, I have a weight issue, and I have, you know, mental issues that cause, you know, me to be bigger. You don't just get this big for no reason. It just doesn't work that way.
I
Like,
mean,
of
that's
course,
true.
you get, you know, overweight. That's normal.
See, the thing too is like when during this time, I believe this was before, like, well, it was way before actually, because she claims that the reason why they kicked her out and why they didn't talk to her was because she was fat. But her Aunt Tammy was big then too. I think during all that, the Aunt Tammy was big, like when Amber was living there and stuff like that. So it's like, so you're telling me that like a fat person like came and like kicked a fat person out for being fat? Like that's a little bit too much, you know? Like, and it was just a way of like making her feel be the victim, you know? And since then, Aunt Tammy's lost a lot of weight and is considerably healthy, and so is so is Amber's mother.
But to become so morbidly obese, there's something wrong. And I kind of wanted to ignore all that and just be like, oh, my aunt doesn't talk to me because I'm fat. I just thought it would be easier.
That's so fucked up.
There's
That's so
more to me
fucked
than
up.
my weight when it comes to me and my aunt's, you know, relationship. I pushed her away because of just who I am and how I am as a person. And that's the truth. And it's really not has anything to do with my weight.
She probably
time,
didn't
I felt
cater
like
to your
that.
every need, and that's probably what bothered her the most.
Sometimes I still do. I really don't know. I think I gave her a lot of excuses as to who I am. I fibbed to her a few times just so she would stay in my life. I know that sounds so fucking
That's so fucked up.
strange, but
That's crazy.
I don't know. That's really all I want to say regarding that is, no, my aunt, you know, she didn't stop talking to me because I'm fat. She stopped talking to me because of
You did fucked up shit.
the issues I brought upon her, I guess. And
Even then, she's very like deflective of it. She's like very like she minimizes it.
if she's watching this, I am so sorry, and I really just, I wish I could change who I am as a person, because I really want my aunt back. Like, it affects me, it really does. Sorry. Okay. The next thing,
I do think that is somewhat true or whatever. I do think that like I think Amber Lynn. Hey Zach, I think Amber Lynn yearns for. Right, she was doing the Laura Lee before Laura Lee thought it was cool. I do think that Amber Lynn. I think one of the biggest issues in her life is the fact that she doesn't have a place to call home, really. And she said that before. She said that a lot of times before about how she's always felt like a nomad or like a vagabond kind of like she doesn't have like a place that like she has memories in, and you know, and that is sad. But it's like you could have had that, but instead you chose to like shit on them, you know.
Is my weight. I wouldn't say I've lied to you guys per se about it, but I definitely haven't been like
Honest.
very
Which is a lie.
into like telling you guys my weight. I'm fluctuating a lot currently with my weight. It's frustrating because I'll do really good at something and then I will mess up, and then I'll do really good at something and then I'll mess up. This used to happen to me a lot where I would lose like 4 pounds and then gain it back. But now, currently, it's to the point where I gain like, I lose about 15, 20 pounds and then I gain it back. And that's really bad for me.
Yeah, that is really bad.
I haven't really been 100% honest about that.
Y'all
because
gotta get to my
someone
hoarder's
asks me,
fantasies, Zach. I can't with you.
Oh, she's gaining weight or whatever. I always just say I'm losing. I don't know.
See, and I think that's more true to like today too. She does the same thing today, where she's like, "Oh, I'm losing," and it's like, "Girl, you just went to the pizza buffet 3 days in a row. Stop biting your." I'm sorry, I can't help it. They're like super. There's like a bunch of dead skin on them.
I don't need the backlash at all. I don't want it. I just feel like it's so much safer to just say what people want to hear and what I feel like people will not hate me for. I don't know how to explain it, but I can 110% say I've never been 500 pounds. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, she's 500 pounds, she's about to be 650 pounds. Like, this has never happened. My highest weight is 485.
That didn't age well.
And
even then she was doing
now,
the whole, like, I'm not 500 pounds, guys. I'm 489 pounds. It's like, you're 500 pounds, girl.
Now, today I weighed 476, I think it was. And currently, right now, I am losing weight. Like, I'm not gaining. I promise you that. I have been weighing myself practically every day. I skip a few days here and there. And the scale is going down. And I'm in fear it's going to go back up again because my mind always wins. Losing weight is mind over matter. And that's just how it's always been. And I feel like my mind is so strong with some things, but I feel like my weight is just like, ugh. Anyways, the next thing is about my girlfriend Destiny's weight gain and if she's actually gained weight.
Well, that's true.
I told you guys that Destiny has not gained weight since she's been with me. I've said that at least 100 times.
Yep.
But she has gained weight since she's been with me.
Doesn't that sound incredibly similar to Becky? Like, she was coming on here touting this 40-pound weight loss, but then Becky got sick. And sorry, but Becky doesn't look like she's lost that much weight. It's not good. It's not looking good over there. But Amber's the only girlfriend that she's had that has lost weight has been Crystal. But I think that's because Crystal's parents were so heavily involved in Crystal's life and Amber's life. So she was essentially like forced into that, but with Destiny and with what is that was weird. I wonder if there's kids at the pool. But the thing with Destiny and Becky is like they have gained weight and they gained considerable amount of weight when they were with her.
I do want to say, before she met me, she gained weight from birth control.
Always.
A lot of people are like, why'd she take birth control? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's not really your business. Like, I don't want to say. A lot of people
then why even
like,
bring
she's
it
a
up?
lesbian. Why does she need birth control? There is other reasons why people need birth control, and I just don't really want to say that. Destiny did give me permission to talk about her weight and just explain to you guys that I have been trying to protect her feelings. When I moved in with her, or we like moved in together in our apartment, she weighed 181 pounds, and as of today she weighs 206.
Wow, almost
so
30
she's
pounds.
Gained about 25 pounds on her body structure. Of course, that's really horrible, and I feel really bad, and I blame myself so much. I do. She's never been a healthy eater, though, I will say that. But no. I feel like it's only gotten a little worse.
Whenever she goes out to eat, all Destiny gets are like different things of this, like of white. Her plate just consists of bread, macaroni and cheese. It's just like all carbs. There's no veggies.
Since she's been with me.
I wonder if she has that thing, like, isn't there a thing where like, or it's, I know kids do it where they only eat like food of the same color. Destiny's kind of like that.
And I feel horrible about it. Like, I don't want to go into any more with that. I just feel freaking horrible, and I want her to lose weight more than I want myself to lose weight, because I care about her and love her more than I love myself. And when I see her eat something that's bad for her, it breaks my heart, because she doesn't understand nutrition like I do, and I don't, like, who's gonna listen to me?
God.
Look at me, you know, that's just how it goes.
Like, do you think she ever watches her videos back and is just like, I am ridiculous? Like, she doesn't understand nutrition like I do, but look at me. Like, and obviously you don't understand nutrition either, dog. Like, I can't.
I did not want this video to be like this, but I should have known. Okay, so something else I've lied about is the job I had in Florida. I told you guys
it wasn't
that
really
I was
a job.
a PCA worker at a assisted living facility, full time, and I wasn't. I was a PCA worker at assisted living facility, but I was not full time. I worked 4 hours. It started off
4 hours of what?
a day for 3 days. And then I got
that's not even minimum
4 hours
wage.
a day for 4 days, and then I got 4 hours a day for 5 days.
Okay.
And then eventually I was 4 hours a day for 6 days, and then I started covering a lot of other just random shifts, like 8-hour shifts, and I did a 16-hour shift one time.
Girl, you ain't doing no 16-hour shift. She acting like she a nurse or something. You aren't doing those 16-hour shifts as a PCA worker. Get out of here.
I was part-time. I was always on call, but I was part-time. I lied to you guys and said I was a full-time, because I felt so guilty about my life in Florida. I mean, my life in Virginia. Sorry, I've lived so many places I don't even know anymore. Okay. I felt so guilty about my life in Virginia. I lived with my ex-girlfriend for almost 4 years without a job, and I lived off of her parents, and I got a lot of beef because of that online.
Beef.
And a lot of people didn't understand why I didn't have a job at the time, and this and that. So I wanted you guys to be proud of me, and I didn't want you guys to think I was some helpless person. And
girl, if you only
I thought
knew.
by saying
If you only
I had a full-time
knew.
job, that it would make me seem like some freaking awesome person, and really it didn't.
Watching her try to cry is very cringy. Like when she does this whole furl, like she makes this very weird. It's like when a kid's pooping. You know when a kid's pooping and they like look at you in the eye and they like do this thing and they like kind of squint a little bit, and you're like, you're pooping, huh? I know it. I know this because I'm a child care. I work in child care now. I watched a baby one time and I know everything there is to know about babies now. But she has like a tell when she's trying to make herself emotional, and she does this thing where she kind of like furls her forehead and looks down, and it's like very it's very like it's just like, bro, we see what you're doing, like we're not stupid. It's just trying to make herself emotional.
I don't know why I lied about that. Besides the point is I almost needed confirmation from other people that I was capable to be in this world. 'Cause sometimes I just felt like, why do I live off of everybody? Why can't I just support myself?
The irony is like what it is now, where Becky's whole family is the one that, I think there's kids at the pool. I can't believe they're in the fucking water. It's so cold right now. Anyway, I keep hearing help and shit like that. I'm like, is someone drowning? Like, yeah, they're in the pool. There's kids in the pool. But I forgot what I was saying.
Did not want to live off of Destiny.
I'm like, do I need to go out there and save them?
At
Like,
the beginning, I did not make enough money on YouTube.
I hope their parents are out there.
I did not make enough money on YouTube to support us at all. Now I will
it's
say
a ghost, baby.
YouTube income is incredible, and I'm so grateful for you guys because it really helps. It doesn't just help me, but it helps Destiny, and it helps her mom when she needs something. And
always the giver. Give her Lynn right here. Give her Lynn.
I'm so tired of just living off other people. I got so used to it being a foster.
It's interesting because like she went from like being this person that was completely dependent on people to then like to then turning around and then like having people become now there's a multitude of people who are dependent on her now, right? Like we got Becky. I mean no offense to Eric and Ricky, but like I don't know why Amber Lynn would have to pay 3/4 of the rent if that's the truth. Her share of Becky's bills. Now she paid for Destiny and Dana to move back to Kentucky. She's paying for all of their shit now. She's paid for Becky's mom's cancer scam. Like it's all a bit much. It's interesting how the roles have reversed, and is it her karma? I don't know. I mean, I still think it's fucked up that they put her in that situation too, because I think Amber really needs this money. And I've said this before, this shit doesn't last forever. Like YouTube, like it's very rare for people on YouTube to have a channel that thrives forever. It's just, and I would hope that like as she's making like $20,000 a month or whatever, that she's putting some of this away, because like there may be a time where like she gets into some shit and like she needs money for hospital bills, for any, emergency stuff. And let's be real, like if something were to happen to her or even to Becky at this point, it will be very costly. It will be very expensive.
Care kid, like, because I was in foster care for so many years of my life, and I lived with so many families and group homes and children's shelters that I was so used to just relying on other people, and I didn't want to do that in Florida, and I had a moth on my head. That's cute. Just then, if you guys
always bugs. What's with the bugs? Always bugs.
I wanted to change when I moved to Florida, and
they're like drawn to her for some reason. I wonder why.
I possibly get was working with Destiny, because not a lot of people want an obese girl. They don't, and I'm very grateful for I have a job here. I haven't yet started because they haven't yet contacted me yet, which is a bunch of BS. If you ask me, this is a big process.
Was this the government job? Was this before the whole government job?
And like YouTube is a job right now. It's reliable income, and it's a lot of income, and I'm appreciating it so much.
How many subscribers did she have during this? Like 30,000 or whatever? And was she really making money like that? Like, was her shit blowing up? I can't remember.
Like, I don't even need a job outside of YouTube, but I feel like because of all those years that I didn't have a job while living in Virginia, that I need a job. I need to pay back. I need to... It's like a whole thing, but I just wanted you guys to know. Anyways.
I mean, just being self-sufficient. That's what you're trying to explain.
Is my blood pressure. On several occasions, I have said I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have high cholesterol, I don't have this or that, whatever. All of that is true, besides the blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure, but I have borderline high blood pressure.
It's semantics,
like
guys. It's
high.
semantics.
It's not high enough for me to take a pill, but it is there. And it's a little scary, let's be real.
It's interesting, like, this was in 2015 and we're in 2019. Literally, it's been over 4 years, and it's the same shit. She's lying about the same shit to this day. Like, that is so crazy.
I just want to be a healthy
see that where she does the look down over here, and then like she gets her like
person. Like,
it's a tell.
This video is so raw, you guys. Fuck me. Like, damn.
Fuck me, daddy. Oh, daddy. I want to do that part again.
I just want to be a healthy person. Like, this video is so
raw, you guys. Fuck.
Fuck me. me. Like,
Fuck
damn.
me. Fuck me.
Excuse my language. If you're
Fuck
young.
me.
Okay.
I love that part.
I want people
That
to
part's
think I was
so
healthy,
good.
even though I have unhealthy written all over me. Like, this is not good.
Oh shit.
People think I'm promoting obesity, and I'm not. I'm just trying to promote.
Girl,
like,
if you
love
only
yourself
knew.
no matter what,
If you
while
only knew
you're
what you
trying
had
to
in store
better
for
yourself.
you.
But it's like, don't be this person. Like, it's not good. And I know I have high blood pressure because my eating habits and because I'm morbidly obese, and I haven't been tested for diabetes or, you know, cholesterol.
I'm gonna now all weekend. I'm gonna be just going. Fuck.
So I don't know.
Fuck me.
But I can safely say that, like, if I eat a lot of sugar or whatever, like, I don't feel any differently. So I want to assume.
Don't understand what compelled her to do that.
Purely assuming, you guys. I
Purely,
really don't
purely.
know, and that's what's scary.
Dude, remember Purely? Oh my god, dude, this is iconic Amberlynn. I miss this Amberlynn so much. Purely. If we only knew the kind of words that we had in store for us. Fuck me. I hope the kids outside can't hear me. They're like all just like sitting out there looking. What is going on over there?
Here's me. I currently don't have a doctor right now. I'm trying to get on an insurance plan, and it's just not
that
working.
never
I
happened.
don't understand why. This also happened in Virginia. Ooh, like, I don't even know. So I'm trying to figure everything out, and
Droven? Yeah, Droven's a good one.
To treat my body the way I should have.
Play it again. Wait, what are we at? We're at like what, 15?
People think while you're trying to better yourself, promoting obesity if you're young. I just want to be a healthy person. Like, this video is so raw, you guys. Fuck me. Like, damn.
I need to dress up as Amberlynn Reed for Christmas, for Halloween. Fuck me.
Okay, so this last one kind of goes hand in hand. Why I don't vlog as much.
This is a situation. This is a situation type deal.
Why do I ride a scooter in Walmart, and why do I sit in the car when Destiny goes in the store a lot? It's because I can't breathe. No.
That was true. That was true, I think.
I've gotten to the point in my life, and since I've gained so much weight, everything
hurts.
It's hard.
Yeah.
People ask if showering is hard. Yes. People ask if I can wear a seatbelt. No, they don't fit me. People ask if going up the stairs is hard. Yes. People ask, why do I ride a freaking Walmart cart? Not only is it my foot, that is the 100% truth. I do have either a heel spur or a plantar.
Heel spur.
Whatever.
She's literally Donald Trump. Cadet bone spurs.
I have not gone to a doctor for it.
The pH water. The thing that's so interesting is, like, since this video has come out, she's like reneged on all of these lies. Love you, Orko. And it's interesting how, like, nowadays she pretends like none of this happened.
So because I get so winded so fast, and it's because of my weight. And
true.
God, I would do anything to be able to vlog how I want to, but I feel like the only reason why, I mean, what am I trying to say? I feel like the only time I vlog is when I'm sitting or when I have air, like even just sitting here, like sometimes I feel like I'm out of breath.
Yeah, because you have a lot of weight.
And I know you guys see it too, and like there's times where I'm like, where I am in the store, like I do go in the store, like I don't
fuck
just
me.
There are times where I'm in there and I want to.
There's no way this video is getting monetized now.
I'm gonna be able to talk because I can barely breathe because I'm standing and walking, and it's really embarrassing. And I used to not be that person.
It's a fever dream. I agree, really Hannah.
Messed with me. It really, truly did. It made me so much worse off physically.
Yeah. Because
I let myself go. I stopped caring.
And it's crazy because none of it changed.
I met
it's gotten so much worse.
She was very set in her weight, and she didn't.
Do you think a part of the reason why she still holds such a big handle for Destiny is because like let's be real, like compared to where Amber is now, like I don't know if Destiny would have let it get this far. Like I think Destiny nowadays is very in it for the money and in it for what she can get out of it, and I don't think she really cares that much about Amberlynn and what she's going through. But I think if they had never separated, I honestly don't think Destiny would have allowed it to get this far. Because if there's one thing that is very true about Destiny is even when she was there, she was very, very willing to challenge Amberlynn. She challenged her a lot. Destiny would make Amberlynn look stupid on a lot of occasions. I mean, remember when she called her out at Denny's? And it's like, oh, here's Amberlynn in her natural habitat. And Amber's like, oh? Like, oop? Like, so I think for Amberlynn is she remembers the glory days and she remembers how well she had it. And I think Destiny is that to her. It's like a beacon. It's like a beacon of hope.
She didn't understand like how to lose weight or anything, and so like I kind of got in that groove where I didn't care either because she accepted me, she loved me.
I don't believe that.
I regret it. I fucked up. Look at me, a fuck up. That's really all I can say.
Fuck. So raw, you guys. Fuck.
I think that's it for now. I hope you guys appreciate this video. I feel like so many people are going to be yelling and mad, and the comments are going to be harsh, and I don't think I'm going to be able to read the comments. I really don't. So this video I might not
Girl,
read
you
them.
should see your comments now. If past Amber could see future Amber now, I wonder what past Amber would say.
But I appreciate you guys.
Remember when she like held her phone up and like watched the old video?
I'm a human. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect, and I was just trying to protect myself. And while doing so, I not only hurt me, but I probably hurt you guys. So
2015 August.
But I still hope you guys enjoyed this video for what it's worth, and I'll see you in my next one.
I would love to see her react to this video. That would be like super interesting. I feel like that would be super interesting. Oh, there's definitely people out by the pool. Oh my god. Well, we've been going for 2 hours and almost 15 minutes. Let me read some of these donations that I've missed. Sophie Layton, love you too. Ryan Marie. Honestly, though, why hasn't anyone credited ALR with the first fake cry on YouTube? Right? I agree. Red XC11. I feel like she cries bacon grease. Hey, Petty King. Hey. Ellery Ketchum. Thanks for making my life better. I canceled my HBO subscription because this is my new entertainment. You're the best. But how you watching Euphoria, girl? Euphoria is the best show of 2019. Euphoria is where it's at. Jamie Lockhart, thank you so much for the super chat. I've realized by watching her crap for a year that she's totally fake on camera. She got a wall last year with her mobility and still can't take responsibility for a damn thing ever. Purely. Anna Cantu, thank you so much for the super chat. Took a nap and came back to frick me. I love you, King. Red XC. Fuck me, Petty King. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jamie Lockhart. I wish I had Orko's detectiveness. I know, right? He's really good. Lynn Olson. To help make up for this not being fucking monetized. I know, right? You never know. YouTube is so finicky. You never know what's going to be monetized and what isn't. The Petty King, thank you for existing. Well, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for stopping by. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We got a little more emotional than I had planned. It was an interesting stream, to say the least. We covered some really controversial topics. I was honestly very nervous about coming out here and talking a lot about that stuff because it's something that's very divisive right now, and it's something that's very, it's a hot button issue, and it makes people disagree in varying degrees on this. So Messy Gay merch is in the works, and when I do have some more stuff planned out and it's more ready to go, I will announce it, and I'm very excited for it. And I've already seen a couple of the renderings for it, and I'm super loving the way it's turning out. The person who's doing it is off the fucking chain. I can't wait for you to see her stuff. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Thank y'all for being the lovely people that you are. And until next time, toodles.